Hello and welcome back to Exeter Central. In this video I'll be starting the new scene. This will be a series of videos on how I build the new scene. So as always, if you guys have got any questions or comments, be sure to pop those down in the comments section below and I'll be sure to answer them when I can. But with that said, let's get into this video. Okay, so firstly I'm going to glue down the foam. Now as you can see, I've already gotten a bit of a start off camera. I've just roughly cut it out. So this here is some 50mm insulation foam that I got from the hardware store, and to glue it down I'm going to be using this stuff here. This is polyurethane glue, and this is actually really good stuff. One thing to note with this is it does expand, so do make sure you weight the pieces down and clamp them or just somehow secure them. That way the glue, when it does expand, it doesn't move the pieces out of alignment. So with that said, let's glue the pieces down. So I just glued the foam down, and the glue says it takes about 4 hours to dry, so I'll leave for about 4 hours, and then once that 4 hours is done, I'll come back and carve it all out. Alright, with the glue nice and dry, I can begin carving it out. To do that, I'm just going to use a knife. Quite a bit of mess later, and we have something that represents a embankment. So before we go any further, it's always a good idea to plan out where everything is. So as you can see, I've put down one of my houses that I made, as well as the Metcalf garden shed that you saw in the last video. So now that I know that they're going to fit, I can begin building up the initial texture for the landscape. So I'll show you what I'm going to be using for that. Alright, so now it's time to build up the initial texture. Now the plain foam on its own is not great, it won't really paint or glue very well, so we're going to need to give it a nice realistic looking surface. So for my first time ever, I've brought myself some Sculpt Mold. Now I've not used this stuff before, but I have seen it used to incredible effect on other videos. So give this stuff a go and I'll see what it's like. So I just applied the Sculpt Mold on the hill. So see, I've gotten about that much done. Now that's the whole bag. I kind of underestimated how big the bag was, but saying that, I did apply it quite thick, so yeah, that might be why. So there's a similar product called Sculpt Modeling Mix, which I'll get, and when I get that I'll cover the entire area. But as you can see, it's a couple of bits that I'm not really happy with, but I've got some poly filler and I'll just go over the top of them and it should look okay in the end. So I'm going to let this dry and then I'll come back. Okay, so I just applied the filler, and now all I need to do is I just need to let this whole lot dry. Drying times will probably take about 4 days due to the amount of thickness that the Sculpt Mold is. So I'm going to let it all dry, and once it's all dry I'll come back to it. Okay, so it's obviously been some time since the previous clip. Now what I need to do is I need to cover up the rest of the foam. So to do that I'm going to use a grout mixture. Now normally I'd use Sculpt Mold, but I've actually run out of that, unfortunately. So I'm going to use a grout mixture and I'm going to show you how I mix it up. Okay, so I've just measured out some stuff. So in here we got some grout, in here we've got water, and here we've got PVA glue. Now the idea for this actually came from Kathy Millatts. I'll put a link in the description to the video I saw. So using the ratio here, 1 cup water, 1 cup PVA glue, and 2 to 4 cups grout, which I've got in there. I'm going to mix those up, and hopefully I'll get a good sort of paste-like substance. Alright, so my grout mixture is all mixed up. So now all I need to do is I just need to apply it, I guess. Okay, so there we go. I've just applied my grout mixture, and it worked pretty well. Now something unfortunate did happen. It was under here. Don't know if you can see it pretty well, but where this bit of card is, there's actually grout mixture underneath. Don't know how well you can see that, but thankfully it didn't land on the top of the tracks. It landed in between the two lines, so yeah, that's just something you got to watch out for, I guess. So I'm going to let this all dry. I do need to sort out the back there as well. So once I sort that out, and I need to somehow secure all that down, and then I'll put the rest of the grout mixture over the top. And I'll see you when I've finished all that. Okay, so I'll leave this all to dry, and I'll come back when it's dry. No idea how long it's going to take, but I'll just leave it for however long it takes to dry. Okay, so this video has gone on long enough now. It's actually been a couple of days since the previous clip. So anyways, I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed it. Still a bit more to do before I even think about painting this whole thing. I need to put the grout mixture on there. I need to sort out the hills up at the back there. So yeah, I need to do quite a fair bit before I can start adding scenery. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you guys have got any questions or comments, then please put those down in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to answer them. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching.